Well, what's up, everybody? We're on the Plantation. Finally. Yes, finally. Oh, I had so many problems with this map. If you're unaware or hadn't been following along on Facebook or anything, the Plantation, this map here, is just my second map to ever release. And to be honest, I kind of really got lucky on Dodson logging because I did it differently this time with the Plantation, and I thought, whenever I was setting up all my files and stuff, that whenever I did an export with all files, that would grab everything, put them in the folder, and everything would be good to go, and the map would just work fine. Well, that wasn't the case. What happened was, with Dodson logging, okay, so on your C drive, if you don't have the Steam edition, if you just have the regular PC edition, it puts Farming Simulator and installs it under C program files. I think it's x86, and then there's a Farming Simulator folder, and then under the Farming Simulator folder there's a folder called mods, and that's where all your mods go into. If you don't want to, if you want to use something other than the in-game vehicles or maps or whatever, then you have to put everything in the mods folder. Well, what I did with Dodson logging was I put a folder under there called Dodson logging, and then I started building all my map and stuff under there. And then whenever I got ready to finalize the map, all I had to do was export with files. It grabbed everything, put them in a different folder, and then I zipped it up and it's ready to go. It's pretty much good to go. Well, with the Plantation, what I did differently was I thought I'd be smart, and I thought I'd put folders on the desktop for like trees, signs, buildings, decorations, other stuff. And then I imported them into my Plantation map, which was under the regular Farming Simulator mods folder. I had a folder under there called the Plantation. And so I started building my map in there, importing things from the desktop and from other places. Well, as it comes to find out, you can't export with files and expect it to get everything that needs to be put in the right places. So I had to do a lot of, adding textures back and changing file paths, making new folders, and copying stuff in there, re-importing things. Oh, what a mess. I'm never doing that again. In fact, the Forbidden Forest is on indefinite hold until I can figure out the best way to, get everything in the right places, or I may just scrap that project totally and do something else. But my next map, it's going to be a ways off. I'm definitely taking a break from the map making for a while. The Plantation, I thought it was going to be a quick and dirty map because, let me see. So all these trees, and we'll get to the logging real quick here, but I just want to show you all these trees that are in Plantation rows. There's no like randomness to them whatsoever, and that's not really true to life. I mean, obviously you're going to have some trees that are just going to die and fall over, and new trees are going to spring up, and just lots of random things. But see, what happened here was I found a script that will allow you to pick a location, a starting location. Like we'll say this tree right here is our first tree, and then I found a script where you give it basically the ID of this tree, and you say, okay, this is the tree I want to replicate, and then you tell it based on it's based on which way your transform group is pointing, is the location the trees are going to go, from here starting to go this way. If my transform group had been rotated this way, then it would go from here, out that way. But anyway, so what you do is you put in the number of trees you want to replicate, you just hit OK, and boom, it pops them all in at one time. You've got 50 trees in a row if you want to, or 100, or however many you want to. So I was building the map really quick, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just spend my vacation time, and I was working. I didn't really go on vacation. I just was stayed at home. But I thought, well, I'll just make a map real quick. Yeah, we're about a month past that at least. But anyway, we're here, and the only thing I didn't get working that I wanted to was I wanted to put one of those wood chipper things right about here. And I don't know if let's just see if it'll let me add it in. Where's my placeables? There it is. if I even enabled it. I don't think well, I did the wood chip. Okay, let's just see if it lets me add that in, because okay, it will let me add that in. All right, well, maybe I'll just have to, I'll just tell everybody to download the wood chipper, wood crusher thing. It's placeable now. But the one thing that I could not get to work, well, I didn't enable it. Anyway, we will just get to some logging. So anyway, let me just give you a quick tour of the map. Let's see. I don't think I even, well, I didn't even enable the helicopter or anything. Well, we'll just hop in the truck and drive around. How's that? Let's just do that. Okay. So when you first start the map, you start here at the little office for the sawmill. There's a big grain storage building or whatever over there. You can use it to store pallets or just use it as decoration. And then real quick, let's just tour the sawmill first. There is a fuel station here which does work, so you can fuel up your vehicles, trucks and whatnot. There's a big log pile decoration there. There's a big wood chip storage area here and some log storage over there. A few little offices back here I thought were kind of cool, so I just kind of added them in. Then you got your sawmill pallet, or a lumber pallet sawmill thing. Put your logs in here on this rectangular area, and then you got to put some wood chips in this right bunker, this one right there. Put your wood chips in there, and then the wood chips will come out in this one, and it's self-sustaining, so you just take a wheel loader with a front end loader and or a scoop on it, and you just take them out of there, put them into the other one, and then the actual pallets of lumber will come down this conveyor belt that I just drove over. Alright, and you may remember this building here from Sosnovica or something like that. This building it's just decoration. There's no function to it whatsoever. Looks like I've got a little bit of flickering going on there. I guess I probably need to go back and raise that up just a tad. That's kind of annoying. Anyway, that building there, just nothing to it. It's just decoration. Then this area where my truck is in these little marker areas, that's a log sell point. So you can sell logs there if you want to just offload them with a grapple loader or something and sell them there. Over here on this side, you've got wood chips. That sells wood chips. It also sells the lumber pallets, but there's another place on the map to sell those, but that's for wood chips. And then of course you got your crane with a sell point under it. I don't like using the crane, but I put it there in case anybody wants to use the crane. And of course just another building. Alright, now whenever you come out of the sawmill, there's two scales. They do work. I'm not sure how accurate they are, but that one says 8. I'm not sure what 8 means, but anyway, those both work. All these lights work, so when it gets dark, I think 2100 hours the lights will come on. And there's a sign over here which you must, all trucks must weigh in and out, so you have to, well, you don't have to, but you can log your weights in and out. Alright, so let's go to the right first. Got a small plantation there, and I was having some frame rate issues. As a matter of fact, I'll turn my frame rate on. So I had to lower the number of trees that were in that area. I was getting way down in like 20s, I think. So I just took every third row out, which just kind of, sort of simulates real life. Those plantations, normally they take about every third row out during the rotations. And there's just lots of small trees on the map. I thought that was just kind of neat for like decoration, which is and really kind of true to life, because at the edges of these timber stands, a lot of time you get weeds and bushes and small pines that just grow up there, and if you don't keep it mowed down or whatever, they just really take over. So I thought that was kind of a neat effect. I found these. I don't think I've ever used these little small trees, but I found them in a loggable or placeable tree logging pack or whatever, and I just thought it'd be kind of neat to put them in there. Okay, so this is the lumber uh, lumber warehouse, and this is where you sell your pallets of lumber. There's a big light right here in the middle that comes on at night, and of course these street lamps kind of light up the ends of the map, but this area here and these markers again is just a little lumber sell point. And then okay, so the forklift, now by default this forklift and this pallet fork is one of the default vehicles, but to enable it you have to with the map download, you know, there was a Toyota forklift mod in there. You have to place that in your mods folder, and you have to enable it in the map. You know, when you're first getting the game set up, you have to enable that. Otherwise, all you'll see is a pallet fork sitting on the ground right here. And it's a pretty neat little forklift. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't go all the way down to the ground. So whenever you've got a pallet of lumber, you just kind of have to sit here and wait for it to sell. And then once it finally sells, you can go grab another load, unless somebody knows something I don't and can figure it out. But there's just a little trash can back there for decoration. Alright, now let's go look at a couple other places in the map, then we'll get busy doing some logging. Yeah, that's I thought that turned out pretty neat. I had a one of the subscribers had said, hey, it'd be kind of cool if there was a place where you could sell the lumber, you know, like differently, well away, or a good ways away from the sawmill. So I kind of took that and ran with it, and thought that was kind of neat to have the sawmill where you could load up the lumber and then take it somewhere else to sell it. Alright, let's turn down here. As you can see, you know, my computer's not the greatest. I don't have the greatest graphics card. I'm still hitting in the 40s and 50s, so I think that's pretty good. I think most everybody, and I think I've got my graphics settings on like medium or something, so it's not terribly taxing on my graphics card. This area to the left here is just a clear cut. It's just for decoration. I guess you can plant it if you wanted to, although there are some dead trees that are on the ground. You gotta go find those and clear those out of the way. But I wish that Giants had a way where you could, you know, like mow all this down and or bulldoze it or something. That'd be really cool. Plow it, you know, something. So maybe in Farming Simulator 21 or Farming Simulator 23 or something, maybe we'll get where we can actually mow down the bushes. But that's just decoration. I thought it'd be kind of a cool touch, and to be honest, I was kind of getting tired of placing trees. I'll tell you, there's no telling us how many hours I took just placing trees. Not these trees, not the row plantations, but the spot we're about to go to. It's no telling us how many hours it took to place all these trees. So I can't even imagine big maps like 4X maps and stuff that have tons of trees. It's just no telling. It probably took them days to place all those trees. Alright, so you come off this first bridge. There is a fenced in area. There's no way in there other than the other side, so you have to go on the other side. Let's just drive on down here. We'll go over there next. So down at the end, it just kind of comes to a stop. So we'll just crash into the wall and then we'll turn around. Alright, now this area that we're about to turn in here, up here to the left, is really cool. I really kind of like this. Although you have to have, let's see, is this it? Yeah, you have to have a pretty powerful truck if you're hauling equipment and stuff up here. In fact, you may want to come in with a chainsaw or a fellow buncher or processor or something and kind of clear some of this out, because I made it real narrow in here, and I was trying to simulate, you know, just kind of an overgrown road, and you see the grass in the road and the trees are right up next to the road like it hadn't been cut in a while. That's kind of what this area is, and there's some kind of tight turns in here. But I was doing some testing before I released the map, and with a log truck with a low boy and some equipment, I was able to get up here. So you can be done without clearing it out, but you know, you just got to take it slow and have some luck on your side. Here's a big stand of big pine trees. I thought that was pretty cool. And then it kind of, whoops, we will spin our truck out. That's what we'll do. So coming on around this side, Will we get a flat tire or something? This truck's driving crazy. We come into this little stand of smaller trees, and I thought that'd be kind of neat place to set up a landing. So I didn't make it a landing, but it's good enough for one, you know, to make one there. So just use your imagination and make a landing there. And then coming on around this way, it kind of transitions back into a bigger stand of trees and another smaller stand. And then over here on the left is just kind of real mixed. You got, I think there's 3 or 4 different kinds of pine trees in there, different sizes. You got these small ones, the next size up, and then even bigger ones, and then finally those big tall ones. I think there's even some dead spots in there, some dead trees. Alright, we're almost there. So coming around this side, we come into there's a power line over here. There's a couple of trees. I didn't put very many, but there's a few trees that are, you know, on the power line down, so you gotta go clear those out. Let's see if we can see them down there. There's a dead one. Further down there's another tree that's fallen, so kind of a spot to clear out. And then, okay, as you come across the power line and take a slight left, there's a pretty good size landing here. Alright, and I'm just going to leave the truck here, so let's get back to some other stuff. Alright, so we got our equipment here ready to go, so I'm just going to hop in the truck, start it up, and I think, let's see, where do we want to start? That service truck is by K-Man, it's brand new, just came out. I think let's go this way. Okay, so what actually, oh, that's that. I thought X usually dropped the axle. Maybe the axle doesn't drop on this one. Alright, let's take a right and let's go down here. And I don't know why that excavator track mod thing is coming up. I'm just gonna change that so it's not up there. We're gonna go down here a little ways, I think, and probably get started not next to the clear cut, but we're gonna probably go just to the left over here, because I think, yeah, so this first left, and then just to the left is some of those real big trees, and so I want to start here. So we're gonna offload the feller buncher right here. That heavy haul truck right there is by Wood Meadow Farms, if you're curious. And I've got all the newest FDR equipment that I'll be using for the fellow bunchers, grapple loaders, wood chips, all that stuff. Now I'm back to having the... Well, that's weird, look at that. So if I turn this way, if I actually enter the stand of trees, the trunks turn black. You know, I thought I'd fix that. They look good there, but then they're black over here. That's weird. I'll have to look into that further and see. Huh, that's strange. I don't know what's causing that. I thought I knew what it was, but then I thought I had fixed that. So, oh well, it's not a huge game breaker, I guess. That's weird. They go from normal to black and then back to normal again. Just depends on how you look. I'll see if I can't fix that. If I can fix it, I'll put up a update. That's strange. Like I said, I had all kind of issues with this map. I just don't know, you know, what really I did wrong in a couple of places to mess it up. Like those tree trunk textures. I thought I had that figured out, but when I went back into Giant's editor and I was going to edit the locations of those texture files, it would let me edit the diffuse, but it would not let me edit the normal. So that's probably what's going on there. So they're still pointing to a different location. Oh well, I'm not a professional map maker, so I don't know in some cases what's causing some of this stuff. But as long as there's no major issues, I guess that's okay. And like I said, I'll try to work on that again and see if I can't get that figured out. Stop. Man, I'm hungry. Oops. I didn't have breakfast this morning. I'm starving. It's about lunchtime for me. We'll try to get everything set up real quick and then get started doing some logging. We still got plenty of time. Well, let's just for fun. Let's weigh out. I don't even know what this truck weighs. I haven't looked at it yet. We're just barely gonna fit. We're not even gonna fit on the scales. All right, so 42,748 whatevers. I'm not sure. That's kilograms or kilotons or I don't know. Whatever it is. Nice truck, but I wish the mirrors worked. Yeah, you see all these bushes over here on the left. I kind of wanted to. Oh, there's a floating one. I had wanted to do it on all of the roads on both sides, just to simulate the, you know, the bushes and whatnot growing up there, you know, on the sides of the road like I normally see around here. But I just kind of got tired of putting bushes in, really. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up doing like a version 1.2 or something of this maps, just so we can maybe get a few of the little things straightened out, but we'll see. I've got to figure out what's causing these black trunks. That's weird. I mean, there's like no texture at all. Yeah, and there it goes. Yeah, look at that. It's nothing solid black. That's weird. Oops. hung up. Yeah, it sure is annoying. And these are different kind of trees, so those should be fine. I think these little small ones should be fine too. While I'm getting the equipment set up, I do want to mention again the subscriber goal we've got of 1,000. If you're unaware, YouTube here about I guess back in February or so, they changed their policy on which channels get monetized, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch hours per month or year. I can't remember. I've got the watch time. I know that I've got, but I just don't have the subscribers. And so, if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, go ahead and help me out. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll see a lot more of this farming simulator logging content, because that's pretty much all we do here. I do play some other games occasionally, mostly Spin Tires and American Truck Simulator, but I'm waiting on the Oregon DLC to come out in American Truck Simulator before I get back to you know, some American Truck Simulator. And once that comes out and I get it installed, we'll start playing some more American Truck Simulator. But I mean, I've got Gold Rush, I've got let's see, it's another game I think. Anyway, we play some other stuff, but mostly do Farming Simulator 17 logging. That's mostly what we do. I really enjoy it. I've got a degree in forestry, which I was a forester there for just for a little while, for about 6 months. Decided to go back to school for something else, so don't do forestry anymore, although I still enjoy it. But this game's a lot of fun. All the logging equipment, guys like Serious Mods and Wood Meadow Farms, and gosh, there's so many others that put out these awesome mods. And you know, lots. I mean, pretty much every piece of logging equipment you could ever imagine has already been out there in some form or fashion. Some of it may not work 100% like it's supposed to, but you know, as far as the game goes, they can only do so much, you know, to make it as realistic as possible, just because of the limitations of the game. But there's some pretty cool stuff out there. I mean, you got grapple skidders, cable skidders, there's even stroker delimbers now. You've got buck saws with loaders on them. I mean, just all kind of stuff. Yarders. I never thought I'd see some of that kind of stuff in Farming Simulator, but somebody figured it out. Oh, and not the stop sign down. Oh well. Bonk. Alright, and let's get one more piece of equipment and we'll be ready to go. I I'm going to get my grapple loader already in place, although we don't have any trees cut yet. It won't take us long to get a few on the ground, and we'll be able to get busy. And maybe what I want to do too is just go ahead and get the pallet sawmill up and going, because unless you speed up time, it does take a while for them to, you know, get a full pallet. Man, I sure wish I knew what was caused, how I could fix those black trunks like that. It's kind of bothering me. So like I said, it'll let me change the diffuse texture, but whenever I try to change the normal texture, Giant's editor crashes. Like if I try to remove the texture, it crashes. If I try to add a new one, as soon as I hit the X on, you know, after adding the new one, that little window that pops up, Giant's editor crashes. So I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, this service truck's by K-Man. He just released it, oh gosh, maybe a couple days ago, or not even that, maybe. And I haven't really had a chance to play around with it yet. I don't even know if there's if you can refuel with that or not. Let's see if I drive up close to this truck. No, I guess there's no refuel in this with this one. That is kind of neat though. I guess the crane doesn't work. Now the beacons are pretty cool. Is he not going to follow us? Okay, I guess not. Oh well. Yeah, it seems like sometimes that follow me mod works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of weird. See, fill a bunch of grapple loader, processor, skidder. Okay, I think we got everything for right now. We can always get our log truck back down here later whenever we're ready to go. You know, get a load. But we got just I don't know, maybe 20 something minutes. So we should be able to get a bunch of trees cut down and skidded up and processed before we have to call it a video for today. Yeah, look at that. I just about didn't leave enough room. I thought I had left enough room. Now let's see how this Serious Mods truck does with this FDR trailer. I guess it looks pretty level. Sometimes FDR, these trailers are made more for his log truck, which sits up just a little bit higher, but that was pretty good and level. Oh, okay, let's weigh out, because we gotta gotta see what our truck weighs. So 41,455. I don't think those scales work exactly correctly, because the only reason I say that was doing some testing. I had a truck with a flatbed trailer hauling some lumber pallets, and it weighed the same going out as it did coming in, so I wouldn't trust those scales too much. Alright, so let's see how this does with these trees that change textures on us. Well, we're gonna need some room to operate, so let's see. Let's get some of these other ones cleared out or back around here. Yeah, see, I don't particularly care for FDR's new machines that have these I don't know, it's almost like it's grinding the tree instead of cutting it. He changed that up, and I don't really care for that. Because used to, when you you know, put your saw up to a tree, it just goes zzz. And now you don't really get that much of a sound. It's kind of more of a, you just gotta kind of watch. I don't know if I like that, so I may go back to one of his previous machines or somebody else's machine. I don't know. And we'll get some more of this cleared out. So it's kind of got the animation like it's the stump grinder does, like it's, you know, grinding the tree instead of cutting it. And what's weird is, you know, when I was walking through this plantation, the tree trunks turned black. Now they're just staying the right color. That's weird. I'm not gonna be able to reach that. See, I could barely hear that. It just went like kind of zzz, and that was it. So we're probably going to just cut down one block, and then once we finish that one block, we'll move to one of those mixed forest areas. I definitely want to get to one of those. That's going to be a lot of fun. These plantations, I mean, it's, you know, it's, to be honest, kind of boring because you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Trees are just all stacked up in a row. But actually, on some of those mixed forest areas, I tried to make them thick enough to where you know, you'd have to actually clear out some areas to do the actual logging, or but also to not make them too thick to where it's gonna really max out your graphics card or something. I mean, may not even cut down this whole stand. I may just get tired. But let's see, we'll cut down trees for just a few more minutes, and then we'll skid some up and get them processed and try to get us a load up there to the sawmill. In fact, it looks like, unless some more trees appear, that we've got about 4 more. See, yeah, that's what I don't like about it, is you can't get this little, it sort of pushes the tree away from you. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop there. Let's find our skidder. Oh, no, that's weird. Look at that. And it's like our grapple loader's just a little bit too close. I think there was a tree in the way before. We'll get it moved over just a little bit. That should be good. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, if anybody's experiencing this, let me know. I'll have to try to figure that one out, because it's driving me nuts. Now let's see what happens whenever you process them. And let's see, what's our cut length at? We're at 1 meter. That's not going to work. Let's go 16s. And I'm processing to the wrong side. And I did not enable the manual cut. Okay, well, we got some work to do. Alright. Why does that keep popping up there? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, once I get these trees processed, I'll have to just flip everything around. I don't like processing to my right, because I can't see. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and switch over here. And while we're finishing up processing here, while I'm thinking about it, go check out the Patreon page if you want to become a Patreon member. What I'm going to start doing over there is, once we reach 10 patrons, I'm going to start doing monthly giveaways. And it'll be some nice prizes too. I want to do, when I reach 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube and start making some money again on YouTube, I do want to actually do some giveaways over here too, on just regular YouTube watchers and subscribers. In fact, we'll make it just subscribers. But over on the Patreon page, there'll be some nice surprises. You know, copies of the game, dual joysticks, maybe even a video game monitor. Who knows? You know, just whatever. However the funds look that month, we'll see what we can do. But that's only when we reach 10. And right now, I think I've only got like two or three. And of course, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on here on the channel. So tell all your friends that NLA Gaming is doing Farming Simulator logging videos and spin tires and American Truck Simulator, other games, and that I also make maps for Farming Simulator, logging maps. I don't think I'll be doing any farming maps. Don't think so. Alright, we're doing pretty good on time. Let's see here, let's get our log truck in place. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to take another look at these trees and see what in the world's going on with these trunks. It's strange. I thought if you just had the placeable FS17 placeable logging trees that would solve that issue, because I never could get the texture to load in correctly. But apparently that's not it. I'm still getting all the stuff set up, so get that fixed. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to figure out what's wrong with these trees. They look a little dark there, but then when you look way back there, they look normal color. But then when you get a certain, turn a certain way, they turn black. It's weird. Alright, so let's see if we can get this truck finished up loading, and then we'll have to call it a video for today. And I will see about these tree trunks. I'll have to see if I can't figure out what to do. Because like I said, if I try to change the normal texture, Giant's Editor crashes. If I try to remove the normal texture, Giant's Editor crashes. And I hate that these trees are not working correctly. Alright, well, I'm going to have to end the video here today. And next time when we come back, we'll get this load of logs finished up. We'll have to cut us just a few more trees down and get them, well, get them processed anyway. And then, of course, we'll have to get our wood chipper out here, get all this stuff cleaned up, and that way we can generate some wood chips for our pallet sawmill and get that going. So we'll do that next time, but for now, so let's go ahead and lock this load down. There we go. And we'll cut our truck off because we're done. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this video of the plantation. And like I said, if you experienced the black tree trunk thing, let me know. Hit me up over on Facebook or leave me a comment on the video. Like, you know, like that. You know, you're looking at it this way, it's black, and you turn back this way, it's correct. So I don't know, it's weird, but I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoy the plantation, and looking forward to seeing some comments and some pictures and videos and stuff on the plantation. So anyway, hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you next time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on Wednesday. So have a good one until then.